Ooh. So as you hear it, it almost sounds like a diesel. That's how bad it is. And it's purring. All right, guys, welcome back. It is it's a few days later now, I think, since the last time I taped. The van's gone and it's time to work on the Audi. So I believe I had mentioned to you guys that this thing is running rough. There's like no oil pressure. One of the things that I've seen to fix that issue is there's actually a pickup screen in the oil pan that gets clogged from, or a tensioner in the back of the engine. First, we're gonna see if cleaning that up will give me some oil pressure, and then we're gonna check out to see if we need to replace the tensioner on the timing chain that connects the two cams. Fingers crossed we can get it running without doing that, but just in case I picked up the part. But I did kind of want to give you guys a little better walkthrough. The car body is pretty clean. I mean, there's this little tiny ding here. I don't even think you can see it in the camera, it's so small. Probably needs to be buffed. I haven't seen underneath all this dirt yet, but just from the looks of it, it doesn't look too cracked. It looks like it definitely needs to be buffed though, before it does start cracking. And then this was actually all gone. This is all new. This bird crap. So all this will come off. Taillights are good. The trunk is clean, except for like all their crap. There's that thing. I don't know what that is, but it don't look good. And I also think this was a drug dealer's car. I'm almost positive that they were doing something fishy out of this vehicle, especially the way it was maintained. It's like exactly the way I would imagine something like that happening. Anyway, the interior, the only bad part is on this seat and some typical broken stuff on the Audi, the Volkswagens, like all little buttons have a little bit of wear and tear. All these little areas have some scuffing that needs to be cleaned up. And the back seats are pretty good. They're just filthy. They need to be cleaned. And I'm not gonna lie, guys, it smells like pure vomit in this car. Can't tell if there's actually vomit, like down here. I don't know what that is. Or my thought is it could be ice cream, because ice cream dried in the sun creates a very similar smell. Some ketchup there as well. I don't know, the whole thing grosses me out. But before we touch anything inside, we're gonna do that screen and see if we can get it out. Not sure, I may have to drop the subframe, but I am not positive. I'm like fingers crossed I don't. All right, guys. All right, guys, so I'm sure you saw all the crap that came out of that the oil pickup screen there. Being that that thing was so clogged and so dirty, it kind of proves exactly what I was thinking is probably right, is that the time or the chain tensioner inside here for the timing chain. So there's a timing belt and a timing chain on these cars. And it seems to be a common issue that these timing chain tensioners will start to disintegrate, and when they disintegrate, they'll clog that screen down below. The screen starts to starve the engine for oil, so the lack of oil starts to make this disintegrate more and chip up, and it's just kind of a repeated cycle until this is completely shot. You have no power. Your cam shifts a notch or two. And I believe these are a non-interfering engine from some of the videos I watched, meaning the valves shouldn't hit the head or the cylinders if they go slightly out of sync. So I think we should be good. Either way, I'm still gonna try to get as much power as I can out of the engine, but we're gonna see, we're gonna try, why not? I've already buttoned up everything underneath the car. It's good, everything's tidied up. I'm going to take off the top, and hopefully that timing tensioner is shot. All right, let's get at it. All right, guys, so it's the next morning, and I'm not gonna lie, it got dark last night. I had to finish everything up with a flashlight, barely able to see, but got all the vacuum lines back together, got them all zip tied wherever I took them off. Just everything's back together. And to be honest, guys, the car wasn't running good last night at all. I got a little nervous. I figured maybe it was the vacuum line kind of resetting or the boost getting used to it. I don't know. I was a bit confused. Honestly, I still can't get my scanner to work on the vehicle. I don't know if it's because it's an Audi, but I've used it on Volkswagens and Audis before, and I never had a problem. So then I heard about this K-line issue and aftermarket stereos. And when I bought the car, the gentleman had an OBD2 scanner, and it worked fine. I'm assuming it's something when I jacked up the engine and the transmission away from the subframe. I think I either crushed a wire right on the firewall. Yeah, I don't know. That's kind of what I'm thinking. Is I crushed a wire on the firewall, or maybe I yanked an ABS sensor or something, and it fried maybe the module. I don't know. I'm a bit confused, honestly. But I randomly just went to start the vehicle, just kind of testing to see if I could get the scanner to work with the engine running, see if I could get IM readiness or the module readiness screen, and it's pretty cool. There's no check engine lights. Well, there is traction control light, which I have to figure out. I think that's the module. Do you guys hear how quiet the engine's running now? Isn't that crazy? It sounded like the thing was about to fall apart. Ooh. So as you hear it, it almost sounds like a diesel. That's how bad it is. And it's purring. I just ripped it around the corner. It does for sure have something wrong with the steering. The check engine light just came back on. Isn't that awesome? All right, guys, so that's gonna wrap up another episode. I'm gonna mess with this a little bit more, try to figure out. I'm honestly just lost, so if there's points that I'm skipping taping, it's just because I really don't know what the heck I'm doing. I'm just trying to figure this thing out before I start taking action and just pouring money away. So, all right, guys, until next time, hope you have a wonderful week, and we'll see you then. Later, guys.